All right, gentlemen, a little bit of a preamble before I hit the play button. Way back in the day, after tube amplifiers were invented, for quite a while, a clean sound with maximum headroom was hi-fi. That was naturally what you wanted until it was discovered along the way that the sound of those tubes being overdriven into distortion was something that could be used for creative expression, something that many people actually liked. And decades later, we've got entire genres that are based on distorted guitar sounds. Now, there are all different kinds of distortion. Distortion doesn't just mean rock and roll distortion. Maybe the first thing you think of when I say distortion. The sound of the 70s that you love is also based on a certain amount of distortion, a specific kind of distortion called saturation. And there's different kinds of saturation. Saturation is what makes a sound feel warm and weighty. Specifically, what they call even order saturation is where that warmth and weight comes from. And then there's bite. I guess I'd call it bite. That comes from odd order harmonics. And that's a type of distortion. Where does that come from? It comes from things like transformers. It comes from transistors. It comes from diodes. Who the heck is this? Yeah, baby.
I'm finished.
Hang on. All right, where was I? That was the missus. She needs to get picked up from my sister-in-law's. Okay. Saturation. Oh, yeah. Transistors, diodes, op amps. All the old analog gear produced saturation. And it's various types of saturation that give color and character to sound. Now, what I have learned to do on this production trajectory is to understand the peculiar characteristics of those various colors and textures and learn how to impart them with intention. So, why am I going on about this? It's because what you're about to hear, I consider to be a little bit of a culmination for me personally. But I'd like you to understand something about it when you listen to it, especially as you get into the third minute. As you get into the third minute, it's going to sound like, okay, this is what it sounds like to me. This is the way I'd put it. Like a rope. A rope that's pulled extremely tight, like over the edge of a cliff, let's say. And some of the fibers on the outside are starting to do this just a little bit. a stress, a strain. What that is, okay, much in the way that people way back in the day discovered the aesthetic of tube saturation and tube distortion. Though, you know, you see interviews with producers and engineers, and they're sitting at those big, huge consoles, Neve consoles, API consoles. Got all the endless rows of knobs, consoles, desks. Those are full of analog components. Well, back in the day, all analog. And different desks have different kinds of components. And they were specifically designed to saturate in distinct and recognizable ways, such that, you know, some people prefer a Neve desk. Some people prefer, what is it? Okay, there are three big ones. Neve, what is it? API and SSL? I forget. Anyway, a producer at a very high level who has everything at his fingertips, you know, might decide to do track through one kind of system with a certain kind of character and mix at a different kind of desk with a different kind of character, with different kinds of curves in the EQ pots, and it's just all kinds. It's endless. It's fascinating, truly. But here's the thing: those things, just like an old tube amp, can be stressed and overdriven. And they can sound extremely transparent and sublime when they're not pushed. Or you can push them. This is the sound of a big console getting pushed really hard with a kind of exuberant cantankerousness. I think I could put it that way. Or another way to put it is, as you get into the third minute of this song, you think of like a magic circus in Vegas. A magic circus show. You know very well that the lion is not going to eat the guy. I guess it happened once. But, I mean, for the most part, you know, nothing bad's going to happen. But this is not that sound, gentlemen. This is the sound of going to watch, like, Evel Knievel jump over 25 buses. And you know very, very well that he could land wrong and break every bone in his body. This is the Evel Knievel sound. Okay, I've said enough. Sorry to go on about it, but you know, this is my world. This is what drives and motivates me, and I hope you like this as much as I do. I'm not saying it's totally finished yet, but it sounds really good on all my systems. It passes all the translation checks, and so without any further ado, I'm going to mute the mic, hit play, and one other thing I'll mention is I'm going to be running this thing called the Air Windows Hit Record Meter. This is a tool that I use for all sorts of things that I won't get into. But one thing to know is that right here it says FF Calm. The highest rating that this thing awards is AA Transcendent. And I'm really good at hitting AA Transcendent. This is not going to hit AA Transcendent. It's not going to hit the highest rating. Why? Because Hang on a second. I need to get myself out of the way here. Because... hang on. Okay, here we go. All right. This is going to hit AD, transcendent, maybe AC, not AA. And that's by choice. That's by intent. Why? Without getting technical, it's because I want to make this. I want to optimize intelligibility for people with age-related hearing issues. That's why we're not hitting AA transcendent anymore, because it has more. I won't give technical reasons. I try to optimize these things so that the words can be clearly understood by people with age-related hearing issues to the best of my ability. And with that said, here we go.
I fought in the American Indian War. I fought in the Mexican-American War. I fought in the American Civil War. Train killer blowing off boiler doors. Abandon the train, save your soul. Gonna burn up more than that coal. Mountain howitzer, watch it burn. Train killer, watch it burn. Whistle won't blow on that burning steam machine. Watch it burn, watch it burn. Mountain howitzer, watch it burn. Yankee Buster, make it burn. I've been through mountains, packed on mules through the plains. I can feel the melting flame hunting down Union trains. Load the barrel, dropping powder, set the fuse. Taking down the Union blues. I fought in the American Indian War. I fought in the Mexican-American War. And I fought in the American Civil